What's going on, guys? Griffin here, coming back with another video for you all from millennialmotivationentrepreneur.com. First and foremost, I learned a valuable lesson today. Set stop loss limits, like pretty much saying like this is the lowest that you want to be able to like take a loss, so to speak. I learned that today. And then I learned stick to your plan. Don't get involved with like the whole group talk or whatever. There's obviously tons of websites out there with like live forums and chats and whatnot, especially when it comes to penny stocks. Just do not, just stay out of them. I would have made a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of money, I mean you never know, right? But I have a good feeling I would have made a lot more than definitely what I did. I managed to get out in time where I only had a 2.65% loss, but for the meantime, my main goal is just 5% profit per week, which means I only need to do like a percent of profit a day, so to speak, if you look at it like from that instance. But obviously if I can do more, that'd be great. But point being, I'm going to start setting stop loss limits at pretty much 2%, meaning like if a stock goes down 1.5%, then oh well, it can recover. But if it hits 2%, then it's automatically going to sell. And then from then it'll like let me know, because obviously like it'll say that you sold for blah blah blah. But then I can go in there and look at it myself, because let's be real, with just jobs and whatnot, it's hard to just stay glued to the charts, and it's hard to not lose track of all these different stocks. So by just setting those limits, you limit yourself from potentially losing like 8 to 10% on a stock. I learned that with TVIX. We're going to talk about that because I invested stupidly at 1089, just going with the hype that look, it's taking these small dips and then boom, going right back up. Boom, going right back up. So I bought into that. I thought, okay, it's starting to take a dip. Surely it's just going to boom, go right back up, right? Well, obviously it didn't, and I paid for it. But I'm holding out on it in hopes that it will, by just looking at the trend over the last, let's just go back 10 days. By looking at the last 10 days, I'm hoping that it's just going to recover and keep going up. But who knows at the end of the day, if it goes below, I would say probably around the $7 line, because there seems to be a support around $7.40, I would say. Yeah, around $7.50. So I would definitely say, I don't know why I have a trend line being drawn, but I would say if it goes below like $8 to $7.50, I will probably go ahead and just ditch my losses, scratch it up as a loss, and learn from my mistake. But I'll go ahead and zoom in right here so you guys can see where exactly I invested in, what I'm talking about. So as you can see, I invested like, let me see, it was like first thing when the market's open this morning. So let me get into, okay, so 6 a.m., 7, 8. So there we go, about right in here, the 1088 mark. So pretty much right before it got ready to just, right there, pretty much right before I got up here and I was like, yes, we're making money. And then boom, it just took a drop and I wasn't paying attention. I had to run to Best Buy in the morning. Next thing I know, I pulled up and it's just down quick. By 11, it was down to 1030. I was like, okay, it's down to 1030. I didn't look at this little candle right here at the time, but I was like, wow, what the hell? And then it kept going and going. And now I'm just to a point where it's like either I hold out on it and see what happens, or either way, sell it off and cut my losses. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick it out, and if worse comes to worse, I'm going to lose a couple more dollars. I only have 5 shares of TVIX, so it's not like I'm losing hundreds or thousands of dollars or anything. But if you're investing with that much money, this is why, sorry about that. This is why I'm stressing this so much. You need to set stop loss limits. I mean, most of you that are investing with tons of money probably already know this, but even for you newer people that are trying to go in with lots of money, learn to set stop loss limits. Just pretty much, like I said, meaning if it hits a certain low point, like mine would have probably stopped, I don't know, probably somewhere around like right here. So I mean, I still would have took a 2% loss, but that's a hell of a lot better than another dollar plus per share. Because if you start doing that, that's for me even $5 a share. So I mean, that's just crazy. Or not $5. What would that be? Or $5 total, about $1 per share. So I mean, you all get what I'm saying. Just pretty much learn from my mistakes. I'm learning from my mistakes. Obviously, we're gonna make mistakes. There's no such thing as a perfect investor at the end of the day. But yeah, just still look out for TVIX. I mean, if you want to, this would be a definitely good time to at least watch it and possibly jump in. But it's up to you at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm just giving you all a little bit of advice. Now, another one that I was excited about obviously was Acre. Acre has kind of been all around with the whole 70 cents. It's kind of at this support of around 70. That was the really low point earlier in the week. But let's go ahead and zoom in just for like this week overall. Obviously, it hit a low point of around 60, 62 cents around, what was it, Wednesday, I believe? Wednesday the 28th, if I'm remembering right. But anyways, point being, there seems to be this new support that's developed around 69, 68, somewhere around there cents. So if you can get in around there, it's been hopping up obviously to around 75 to 77 cents every day essentially. And if we want to zoom in even closer to just look at the day trend, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, lots of dips, lots of spikes. So I mean, it's not like huge or anything, but if you can get in down here where it's around 69 cents, looky there, it hopped all the way up to 77 cents, 78 cents, pretty close to 78. So if you would have sold it off at 77, you'd have made 8 cents a share. And like me, if I would have bought in if I would have bought all 55 of my shares there and then would have sold them off at 8 cents a profit, 8 cents a share, I don't even know what the number on that would be. Let me go ahead and do that math real quick. 8 cents times 55 shares. That would have been a 4.4, pretty much $4.40 profit. And when you take that math, let's see, 55 shares times 0.69. So you spent 39, let's just, or not 39, let's just say $38. It was $37.95. Or let's just do it like this, 440 divided by 37.95. So you made pretty much an 11.6% profit if you would have got in at that time. So I mean, that was a really good profit, guys. You can really see where, like, if you have a few hundred or a few thousands of dollars to invest in like a stock like this, one like Acre that is really just kind of up and down every single day, you can see where like you can get in these dips and make lots of money really quick. That's where I wish I had a lot more money to do this, but it's good that I'm just learning these things now, and those of you can learn these things now too, just by investing a few dollars. I only invested like maybe 15, I don't know, I got in 55 shares around. So yeah, I've invested total about $40 into Acre, and that 40 is probably, I'm holding out in hopes I'm going to see how it goes. If it dips again, I'm probably going to buy even more, and then probably sell off around 80 cents. I do believe if it reaches 80 cents, it'll keep going. But that's for next week. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself. But let's go ahead and look at a few stocks that I also was in. Gush was another one. I sold this one off way too early. I don't know what I was really thinking at the end of the day, especially, like I said, I got too involved with stuff that was not my goal. That's why I always say stick to your goal, stick to your plan, and you will have more success more times than not. If I would have just held on, looky here, I probably would reach at least $23. But stupid me, I sold off around what? Let me go ahead and zoom in real quick. I sold off pretty early in the day, around like noon if I remember right. So yeah, I sold off around $21.69, and it's currently at $22.10. So I mean, I literally missed out on what, 40 cents right there, and I had, I don't remember, I want to say 10 shares. So I missed out on, no, I don't think 10 shares, because that would have been like $180. Either way, I missed out on some money, some profits at the end of the day, and I just want you guys to learn from that as I am learning from that myself. Let's go back 20 days even. I mean, looky here. I mean, we have a support right around 22. So if I would have just waited for it to get up to 22, or not 22, I think it's slightly higher. Let's go ahead and zoom in right here. It has a support right around 23. So I mean, if I would have held out just a little bit longer and waited for that 23, I really think this new support is right here around 23, 24, close to 24. But let's say I only waited until around the 23 mark. That would have made me like another $2 a share, and that's quite a bit of profit then that you're talking, especially when you're getting into tens of hundreds of shares at a time. So I mean, just learn from my mistakes at the end of the day. I invested in a bunch of crap. I ended up losing 2.65%, aka pretty much like $7. Let me get it pulled up here, so I'll even show you guys. I'll be 100% upfront with you all. I lost $7.26, and I'm down 2.65%. And I believe that includes after hours. Maybe not, but either way, I lost like 2 to 3% on the day. And now I know to set stop loss limits. I'm not too worried about the whole after hours thing because, like I said, Acre is actually down to 70 cents. So, like I said, I pretty much called that already. I said Monday it's probably going to continue to drop. If it drops below 70 cents, like around 68, I will for sure invest a little bit more in Acre. And then you better believe I'm going to sell that puppy off around 78 to 80 cents, take my profits, leave, and invest again in something else. But I don't want to make this video too long, everyone. I'm pretty much going over the same stuff just with different stocks at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I missed out on some good profits. I could have turned that 2 to 3% loss probably into a 5+% gain. Who knows? Only time will tell. But live and learn at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. I'll always be 100% upfront with you all about everything because I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. That way you don't have to make them yourself. If you're new to me and you like this video and you like my honesty, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button below. I greatly appreciate it. And if this video brought you any type of value, definitely make sure to hit that like button. I greatly appreciate that as well. And let me know what kind of stocks you're looking out for. Obviously, I don't really take people's I don't take people's opinions too much anymore, especially after my experience today. But it's always nice to just interact with people, like-minded people, of course. I'm in the Tech Buds Solutions Facebook page as well. If you want, you can hop over there. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but those are a good group of people for sure. They've got like 80,000 members now, but they're all like a bunch of like-minded people. So I definitely suggest you all go over there. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, everyone. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. Hopefully you guys go out and make some money next week, and I'll keep you guys posted on my profits as well. Go out there, make some money, and let's break free and become financially free as well.